Hi, this is Rick Kastner with Sonoran Desert Institute, and in today's video we're going to be discussing stock stabilization. And this becomes very important like in magnums like this 375 H&H mag. This specifically is a CZ 550 Safari Classic. So in order to show you kind of the guts of this, I want to take this gun down and show you the inside of the stock. This specific stock, this specific action has 3 screws on it that I will have to remove from the bottom. Okay, so we have this stock apart, and you'll notice first off the bat we have 2 cross bolts going all the way through the stock. And this first cross bolt is right behind the recoil lugs. This lug that you guys see on the bottom of the action right here is known as the recoil lug. That recoil lug sits into this groove in the stock, and when the firearm recoils rearward, the energy is transferred from that recoil lug from the firearm into the stock, which then transfers the energy into the shooter's shoulder. So it's very important to stabilize the rear of that recoil lug, especially in Magnum rifles. And you'll also know that notice that there's also a cross bolt behind the or right in front of where the trigger group would rest inside of here. So you have your recoil lug surface, you have your magazine well here, and then your area for the trigger assembly. It's also very important to stabilize this to prevent any cracking that might happen there. And something that's not done with this stock that I like to do in my own personal stocks, and something that will stabilize, it's more of a preventative maintenance. Depending on the grain of your stock, you might actually acquire some cracks in your wrist area. And so I actually like to drill a hole center of the stock and at the right angle for the wrist, not coming all the way through, but I'll drill a hole, long hole, and either use a carbon fiber rod or a steel rod, and that's drill steel, so tool steel, and place that in the stock to prevent that from cracking. And then you'll just use epoxy, 2-part epoxy like Gorilla or anything like that, that will glue that in. And something else that I like to use, and this kind of has something that's going to help, you have this little block in there that's going to help stabilize the forend. But I actually like to remove a channel in the forend and place a carbon fiber arrow shaft in the forend, which will, especially in wood stocks, wood furniture, it will prevent any warping or twisting from happening with that. So there's a lot you can do to stabilize your forend to make it stronger, to keep it strong throughout your hunting season. And in another video, in an upcoming video, we're going to discuss ways of bedding, different methods of bedding to strengthen your stock. Oh, and something I did fail to mention, in your action screw holes right here and right here, you'll often find in custom rifles, custom stocks, an aluminum bedded or aluminum pillars, which prevents the stock from becoming compressed when you torque the action screws down. And something they've done in this specific model is they actually have 2 steel pillars that fit right over the top of the action screws here, which will which will help the bottom metal and the action help it come together and be able to torque without compressing the wood. So you get a nice consistent, every time you take out the bottom metal, you can put it back in and it's still consistent. Like I was saying, in an upcoming video, we're going to discuss ways of bedding this action or bedding different actions and materials to use and the process to go about doing that. If you like this content, please be sure to like and subscribe, and to view other content in the coming future. And head over to www.sdi.edu and check out our associate's degree and our certificate programs. We look forward to seeing you at SDI, and welcome to the family.